Welcome back. It's Musical People and Journeys time. It's new rock album review time. And you are joining the three amigos, myself, Nigel, to Trish, and to Chris. Welcome, guys.
Hello.
We're missing Dom and Dave, who have been busy working, and Lauren, who's not been well, but Lauren has voted, so we have our 4 votes. We listen to albums, we give our rating for our personal pleasure only, out of 5. Will it get into our Hall of Fame? Will it get into our Album of the Year show? Let's find out. Who are we talking about now? We are looking at Loveboxx and their album Save Me. Who are Loveboxx? Well, not much about them because they're a fairly new band. They were submitted to us from our mutual friends Hearts and Hand Grenades. They're from Buffalo, New York. Their song, their biography says, divergent from the mainstream, Loveboxx songs are all different, spanning genres with passionate and wildly emotional draw, the direct reflection of chaotic relationships, relatable lyrics, or our sound elicits a strong emotional connection to each song. Vocals are dreamy and haunting, floating over top of dark melodic guitar stylings. Deep penetrating bass tones and precise thunderous drums are the backbone of our sound. Are they though? Is it? Chris, talk to me. Loveboxx. Did it tick your box? Did you love them?
Well, let's put it this way. It certainly saved me this month. I was pleasantly surprised by this. It's, as I say, brand new. Haven't heard of them before. Surprised I hadn't heard of them before until I realised how new they are. You kind of said it in their sort of their bio on various places. There's a really energetic drum line. It works really well. It gets everything moving. There is a beautiful contrast with the lyrics in that as well. In that you've got the quite low, heavy drum line and bass line, and then those lyrics are brilliant. Glass Huts is I think should be the title track, Save Me, because that's when it mostly comes in. And the entire album, start to finish, was really good. It left me wanting more, partly because it is quite a short album, this first one, but then it's their first album. It was really good. Everything feels distinct and thought out separately, but at the same time it comes together as an album really well. I was pleasantly surprised by this one, and I will be listening again.
Now, Trish, tell us the story. How did this come about? Because you were approached to review this album, weren't you?
Angelo, the one of the founders of the band with his wife Mary, just messaged me. I guess he'd seen maybe some of the podcasts and knew that we'd reviewed Hearts and Hand Grenades, and just said that they were releasing an album and would we mind reviewing it. So I was like, sure. So I put it forward.
Wow. Okay, and that's what we're all about. We're all part of a journey, and we would love. So if any other band out there that are starting this journey and releasing their first album, please reach out. Please submit your albums, and we'll have a quick listen. And if it's initially good enough, it'll get into our shortlist for albums. So please, we are happy to support people on there, and this just typifies this, isn't it? But what did you think of it, though?
What did I think? So, as soon as the opening track hit, I was reminded immediately of my beloved Black Orchid Empire musically. So I knew this album was going to be for me. Its gritty, dark, melodic drums and sound behind Mary's clear, powerful vocals are a winning combination. I'm not going to lie, I have had this album on repeat as I just adore it. I just wish it was a bit longer than 7 tracks, as it did leave me wanting more. I can't pick a favourite track out, or I'm able to give this album the credit it deserves, and I can't just wait to see what there is to come from this band in the future. So all that is left for me to say about this album and the band are: L, it's laudable; O, outstanding; V, victorious; E, eloquent; E, brilliant; O, original; X, exemplary; X has the X factor. Good job.
Good job. So, like Black Orchid Empire, then you're going to start off with a 3 and then slowly build up over the years to a 5. Is that right? That's typically how you go down. Yeah. I mean, a lot of these tracks, this sort of album is very much my sweet spot. Deep, melodic, dark, bass heavy. Her vocals are just so good in this sort of style, and interesting because they're friends with Hearts and Agonies, and she's talking cheese in terms of style to Stephanie in that kind of way. This is an incredibly good album, incredibly good, but there's a couple of criticisms here. I felt that there's two standout tracks for me, which was Glass Hearts and Best Boy. But my problem with Best Boy is I didn't know when I'm a God actually started. It was so similar to Best Boy, it almost bled in to the same track. And that annoyed me. It was one of those things that just annoyed me. Do you know when something really small annoys you? That was one of them. I don't know why. And maybe one of small things that annoy you. You're on mute there, by the way. And that just kind of I don't know. It just kind of blurred for me, and maybe it was just the way I was listening to it. I don't know. And I would have preferred if they'd split that up. That would kind of be better. And the fact it was only 7 tracks. And if I'm gonna rate an album, I've base it against everybody else, and I'm gonna mark it down a little bit for only being 7 tracks. That being said, it's an outstanding first album. Absolutely outstanding first album. And I can't wait to hear what this band has got to offer again. Absolutely terrific. And this is what I mean. I love seeing new bands come through, and who knows? Maybe they'll come over with Hearts and Hand Grenades again in the future. Who are one of our fave bands as well. So really good, really good. Now they have to get in 4 to get into our Hall of Fame. 4.4 to get into our top 10 albums of the year so far, and get an automatic slot into our album of the year show. Let's find out. Did they do it? Let's start with the obvious then. Trish, what did you give this band? 5! Woo-hoo-hoo! Chris?
I gave them a 4, and they can have the other point when we get the rest of the album.
Yes, I agree. When they redo the album and put Best Boy and I'm a God separate. There we go. I also give it a 4 as well on that score, which... 4 or more to get into a Hall of Fame. But if Lauren, who we don't know, we haven't heard what she says, if Lauren give this album a 4.5, they will be our top album of the month, and they will automatically get a slot into our album of the year show. There we go. Drumbeat. Lauren Coombs, it's all on you. Get better soon. Lauren Coombs, give Loveboxx Save Me a 4.5. So, Hall of Fame, not only Hall of Fame, but our 9th favourite album of the year. Our joint 20th favourite album of all time.
Wow.
Out of 428 albums. Hall of Fame. Currently, unless something crazy happens next month to push on about 5 albums out of the... Because we've got about 3 or 4 albums on 4.4 that are currently going to make the cut. They should, in theory, get into our automatic slot, but anything could change. But at this minute in time, they're in there, and who knows... even if they don't, they might get a wild card. Who knows? Okay, congratulations to Loveboxx. And I would just say to them, listen, we've listened to 428 albums over the years, so currently. So be in our top 20. That's got to be saying something, that you have got a sound, and you have got something that you should build on and be encouraged, because we are just normal people who like all sorts of different rock music. So to have that ability to tick everybody's boxes, you've got to be good. You have to be good. You have to be really good. So congratulations. And yeah, hey, who knows? Maybe we'll have a conversation with you. Maybe Mama Trish will set up an interview with you. But absolutely congratulations. Well done. And yeah, check them out, people. Check out Loveboxx. Check out the Save Me album. Really cracking melodic heavy rock. See what you think. Leave a comment. Like and subscribe. And thank you very much for listening. Goodbye. God bless. Keep rocking.